Hello, all you sexy human souls. Welcome to Center of Light Release. Tonight we're talking about releasing. We're talking about venting. Gaia is in the venting program. So if our mother, beyond our understanding, is in the venting program, then maybe we should be as well to understand our part in a state of balance with the program. Just a quick assessment of my banners, which I always, put lots of time into. Looking at this banner, vent. Let's get this straight off the bat. Vent. So I made this nostalgic image, black and white, grayscale. But there are faces in this image. Top left corner, a face, there's a nose looking down. Just below that, a Jesus Christ kind of figure with a hand out blessing. If you look at the plume, right next to the plume, there's an eye socket with a nose. And right next to the letter T on the right, you see a face looking down. And then to the extreme right corner, on the bottom, you see this woman venting. She's mad as hell. There's steam coming off of her head. Is this possibly what is going on? As above, so below, on forever it will go. That something of an amazing magnitude shakes the ground. Earthquakes are ridiculous right now. 3 places in the ring of fire have truly awakened. We're going to get to that. Are we awakened enough to see for ourselves the ring of fire? And I'm messing with my ring. The ring of fire, the unity that happens on this finger, the unity with spirit. Tonight, when I was dressing up my presentation, I changed the frame often. The Om symbol that you're listening to, the Om chant, but I changed the Om symbol to different colors. Tonight I wanted it fiery red. The world is on fire. God bless Australia, who is now receiving rain. But the world is on fire. People are passionate about all things pro and or what we would call con. People are on fire. The world is on fire. Hello, YouTubers. Kelly and Debbie. Hi. Everyone here with me on Facebook. Hello, everyone in Facebook land, but watch party. Fawn. Thank you for purchasing the Divine Principle. She loved it so much she cried. That touched me. Thank you. Crystal Lespierre, Dana Trotter, Ricky Vito, Pri, Hapakuku, Kellen Renando, Crystal Huggins, Danielle, Steve Stone, Reba, Sana, Karen Gill Schneider, Kelly Bauman, oh my God, Tanya's in the house, Rena's in the house, love me some Renage, Wendy, John Talbert, Jesse, Ricky Vito, Randy, Mike, Kim Vaughn, Anna. What's up, Anna? Everyone, Anna is doing readings. Anna, feel free to drop your link in here and your advertisement or promo for people to come see what you do, how you do it, why you do it, and possibly how they can benefit for themselves. Hello, Melissa K. Hi, Melissa. Hi, K. Ophelia Pouzan, John Berthelot. And everything's moving so fast I have to keep going back. All right, so tonight we're talking about venting. Dwayne Holt, my old friend. You're an old bastard like me. My old friend, it's good to see you, sir. So tonight we are talking about, let's look at the screen again. It's very important. Vent. The world is on fire. Volcanic activity is happening. The ring of fire is coming alive. It is alive. It's a living, sentient being. And in this banner that I have created, again, you will see angelic beings, ideas, archetypes, that we are being looked down upon, even in all of our nonsense. Unconditioning love saying, please do better, children of light. And then to the extreme right bottom, you see this woman who is just blistered. She is freaking blistered. When is the last time that you've been consciously angry? I don't mean because you're angry because something happened. Well, of course, that's not a natural response, but it's an automatic response. But when have any of us taken the time to say, today, I'm going to take a pillow from my bed and put my face into it and go so far inside of myself that I go into the core of the earth, the core inside of myself, which is my divine mother, Gaia, spirit in any form, into the fire to regurgitate, vent, to scream into a pillow, to run a marathon, to punch into a punching bag. Well, Keith, I feel pretty good. I understand that, and I'm happy for you about that. But have you danced yourself into a meditation, breathe yourself into a meditation, do what you love into a space of meditation, closing your eyes and tapping into those places that you may have long forgotten about that needs to be vented? Oh my God, I forgot about this thing that happened to me when I was 13. And I want to volcanically erupt inside of myself because it's healing to me. As above, so below, on forever it will go. There are 5 elements to the earth, and the fire element is obviously out of kilter. It's out of balance, or we would not be seeing so much fire characteristics manifesting itself upon this beautiful blue jewel we call the earth. I want to share something with you that I came across in a Facebook conversation. It's delicious. It happens to do with the earth. But for now, I am going to post this into the Facebook forum because I can't on the YouTube forum. It's the Center of Light 2020 Shuffle. Everybody sing along with me. The stank is going to get deeper. The peace is going to get greater. You can be a lover or you can be a hater. So this was a conversation I saw on Facebook about Mother Earth. And the conversation went something like this. Someone made a post, the question, how did the earth get its name? And someone else fundamentally said, take it up with God when you get there. I get it. I love it. It's poetic. It's beautiful. But it's an open-ended question. And then someone by the name of Blake Carson comes along and answers the question in such a way. It has my undivided attention right here and right now to want to share it with you because I think it sums up everything of not only what you are, but where we are. Someone made a post, how did the earth get its name? And then someone else said, take it up with God when you get there. And then someone else said, already am there. Listen to this very carefully. Already am there. There is a part of eternity. Excuse me. Someone made a post recently. Where did the earth get its name? Someone else said, take it up with God when you get there. Already am there. There is a part of eternity too, is it not? And there is the sun. I look towards the light because it is there. What there are you referring to? Light is timeless, my friend. And where is it? Excuse me. Light is timeless, my friend, and it is where? I am made of 100% light and good news. So are you. As above, so below, on forever it will go. Hello, Lewis. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Libby McDowell. Carla Holy. What's up, Christopher? Nicole Parrish. So tonight I am going into the rabbit hole of 2020. And again, I want to share with everyone my work is not about doom and gloom. Let's get that right off the bat. It's about sharing with you as a record, as a living testament. Sounds bold, doesn't it? I am that bold. I am that confident. As a record in the halls of forever of how it was done. As a scribe, I am describing that this is happening now. Everything that has been happening for thousands of years, the door has been opened. 2020, it is opened. We're in the second decade of the new millennium. The sixth seal has been opened and everything is being revealed. This is where we are. So it's never about doom and gloom. It's about bringing forth in a real-time way the unfoldment of the process of due process, which gives everyone ample opportunity to get on board the train to Ascensionville. Check this out.
Access granted.
There is no right or wrong of it. No ding or dong of it. No sing or song of it. It's a matter of what you choose. There is no punishment. There is no judgment. The only punishment that happens is the one that we administer upon ourselves. Who knows us better than ourselves? So who better can do it? God has no involvement in such trivial matters. It takes the unconditional love of divine parent to sustain the universe, not only for now, but for infinity. Always was, is now, and forever will be on levels we have no idea of what that actually means. So we are in a space of venting. We are mad. Mad is okay. Unconscious mad is not okay. Mad is okay. That's okay. But being mad, unconscious, mad, only creates more of the same madness. And it brings about a lot of sadness. But in all gladness, we have the potential now to become conscious. It's okay to stand up and stand for something so that we don't fall for everything. Standing up, being mad. Jesus was mad. Einstein, Tesla, they were mad. These people were mad, out of their mind. Exactly. They stood for something. Likewise, when we do the same, the light becomes shown as a helper, a light worker for everyone. So the relationship of what I've been describing, dialoguing about thus far, is about venting. Look at this. It's powerful. Faces, images in the clouds, black and white, of an older paradigm. The old world is dying. It's a black and white scale, the past. And this woman who is now with flesh-toned skin in her hands, holding on. She's clamping down. She's got this fist clutched, and she's red to the face, mad and steaming out of the ears. Is this having an effect on the world today? Times 7.8 billion people. You tell me. Climate change, in the regards of the nonsense of it all, and the left and the right fighting it out, is not real. What is real is that the world is heating up because people are hot themselves. If climate change is not real and we do everything we can to prevent it, we win. It's a no-brainer. We should be doing that out of integrity in and of itself. Fuck climate change. Are we not acclimated ourselves to the earth as spiritual beings first, that we bring birth, the Phoenix, the Christ, the Buddha, the compassion, so that when we express ourselves, we're no longer venting. The earth is on fire. It is on fire. Climate change. Everyone is heated. The left is always butthurt. They're overheated. The right has a tendency to always want to overheat. So who's right? The ones being heated or the ones doing the heating? What's that saying? Open the door, here's the steeple, as the church says, all the people. There's a place that exists beyond that. And it lives right there. It's called wholeness. And beyond the right and the left is something called zero. It's called balance. It's called being in the Christ. The nothing. The no thing, which means everything. And that's all there is. Everything else is an illusion and a dream. But right now, the earth is venting. Though Gaia, Mother Earth, may not have emotions, but the spirit of Gaia, which is that of the Divine Mother, which is, you can have it. Your whole life is a prayer, conscious or not. Everything you do is out of prayer. Saying to the universe, God, creation, Jesus, whatever you call it, this is what I want. Unconscious or unconscious. And the universe says, you can have it. And so when we breach, when we explode, when we get to a point of saying it's enough, and we regurgitate, and we expel, we plume, we bloom, as above, so below, law of cause and effect, spiritual law, as above, so below, what comes around goes around. Whatever level we are operating on, for every action there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is all beginning to manifest. The ring of fire is absolutely alive. It's not doom and gloom. It's to bring you to a place of blooming and to a greater potential, that all this energy is sitting under you like dynamite waiting to go off. And it requires you to get on program with all that is happening all around you. You can literally draw this in. Yoda said it himself, so it has to be true. The forces are all around you, Luke. Use it. So you draw it in. Just pull in the energy all around. There's people all around you that are living in joy. Take it in. Become a part of their joy. Latch into the energy. The people who are being upset, you can use the energy. You can alchemize the energy. It's still raw energy. You can grab it, but don't be a part of the drama of it. But just grab the energy of the impact and the bang of it and spin it how you want with your love and your light. See, because you are an alchemist. That's what's called sorcery. Source, the source of creation. I am in touch with the source of creation. And when you wield that lightsaber for the highest good for everyone and for everything that has ever been created, then all of those things I just named becomes alive inside of you. That's the power bed, the source generator that you are plugging into. We call that the omnipresence of Creator, God. Tonight we are speaking about venting anger. When is the last time you've treated yourself to the vacation of a punching bag screaming into a pillow? We think we are clear. We love the idea. We entertain it. We deserve it. Or there's some residuals hanging out. And is the earth our mother saying, my child, you can have it. Let me prove it to you. Let me vent off with you. Is it possible? I'm thinking love is love. We get exactly, individually and collectively, what we want. From Lavender Soul, my spiritual band, coming out with a new album soon. I am thinking about recording an album. I got 6 months to get busy on my own, though, to go into sync with my new worldwide distribution and publication, worldwide release, a soundtrack. I like the idea. I wanted to vocalize that so I can remember. Some Lavender Soul for you. Gonna be right back. Stick around.
I will be with you always. Until the end of time. You will never be alone. I am.
I feel you there beside me. All of my life, all through my days, I've seen places far away. Wondering just when, time and again, I have come to know you. Wondering just where, time and again, you are there beside me. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me, I celebrate times of my life. There is only you and me. Help me know that.
It is my will that you know me. I will not hide my love from you. You create your reality, and every moment by your own perceptions, your judgments, actions. Peace is a state of mind. Bliss is a state of heart. Heaven is a state of being.
Deep in my heart, I know you're there. I can always feel you guiding my life to see the light that will lead me to the truth. When I create, when I feel love, whenever I feel you with me,
Hello, welcome to Center of Light. We're going to get into some fire. Sounds doom and gloom. It's not. In fact, I want you to entertain that. I want you to explore that. If it sounds like my work, this is not Keith giving himself a way out or a clause. I want to entertain you, to entertain the idea that this is the process. As a written record, as a scribe of spirit, I am confident in that way. I am a scribe of spirit. To describe to you the process that you, my broham sandwich of Sistar, is so fortunate to experience. As a forerunner, potentially, or unless you're running your ass off and you are a pioneer, congratulations, I'm following as well. That will be written down in the halls of forever, of how it was done. Are you with me? That's where I'm going. Sounds like a fairy tale, doesn't it? I love fairies and I love tales. So we need to solidify. We are solidifying that. So tonight we're talking about 3 volcanoes that are spouting off. People are spouting off everywhere. And God says, yes, you can have it. Hello, Pam. Hello, Carmen Shasha. Dora, the Explorer. Kimberly. Hey, Kim. What are you doing, girlfriend? Judy, Abigail, Ricky Vito, Sandy. Everyone. Andre Chauvin, Rena. So forth and so on. I don't mean to call you so forth and so ons. Hello, everyone. Let's get down to the fire. Are you living passionately? Are you living passionately? Living passionately is your saving grace. You're not in trouble. No doom and gloom is coming. But it's your saving grace factually. Really. All right. So let's get down to the presentation for tonight. Round 2. Are you living simply? Simply, are you living simply in the light? So what is the light? Do I have to explain it? Obviously I don't. You already know this. This simple idea that there are no secrets. Everything is revealed. It's all pure. It's all honest. It's just a play of light. And it's all about the game we incite that either gives us the fright or the sight. And often we plight towards something greater. And we don't realize that we are the ones poking ourselves in our own eyes. Let's get down. Here we go. Welcome to Center of Light, everyone. Center of Light releasing. Walk gently upon the planet. Walk gently upon the planet. Vent. Tonight's presentation is Vent. Again, black and white, or grayscale as they call it. To the top corner on the left, there is a face. Took me hours to do this. On the bottom left corner, you see a Jesus figure blessing the world. And right next to that on the right, on the bottom, is a face with a guy with a beard. And you see the plume coming out of the ground from the volcano. There is a big-nosed, no judgment, person with an eye socket. And next to the T on the right of the T, you see a face. And then you see this person angry, venting, frustrated, letting off steam. As above, so below, on forever it will go. This is happening. I'm informing you of where we are in the cosmic, terrestrial, human dance. 3 volcanic eruptions occurred in 3 different countries within 3 days. Oh my God, listen to this. 3. This is news to me as I'm reading it. These are my notes. I just grabbed and threw them on this paper. 3 volcanic eruptions, 3 different countries within 3 days. This is 9. 9 is the divine number. This is almost scripture-like in its synchronistic possibility. In just a span of 3 days, 3 volcanic eruptions had occurred and volcanoes found in the Philippines, Japan, and Mexico. On Sunday, January 12th, Taal volcano became active and is feared to have a hazardous explosive eruption. Meanwhile, in Japan, Mount Shintake erupted on January 11th, and Mexico's, dear Lord, forgive me, Popocatépetl on January 9th. Rocks were spewed about 300 meters from the crater of Mount Shintake of the... In Mexico, the active volcano sent 3... This is not fabricated. This is what I'm saying. In Mexico, the active volcano sent 3 kilometers of smoke with moderate ash into the air. However, in the Philippines, Taal volcano's activity had already begun to raise its level of alert to level 4. This meant that the volcano showed signs of possible hazardous and explosive eruptions. Japan's Mount Shintake's alert was raised to level 3. Because of this, hikers are urged not to climb the mountain, as Japanese authorities warned of possible flying rocks as pyroclastic flows into a 2-kilometer radius of the crater. Mexico's volcano, on the other hand, had authorities issue a yellow alert. Swansea put a yellow piece of yarn around my arm, and I said, why? He said, it's for protection. I said, why yellow? This meant that the volcano showed signs of elevated unrest. But are the eruptions of these volcanoes connected? According to USGS, most earthquakes and volcanic eruptions do not happen randomly. Instead, it occurs in specific areas, such as along plate boundaries. One such area is the Circum-Pacific Ring of Fire, where the Pacific Plate meets several surrounding plates. Hello, Nori. Katerina. I'm going to continue to move forth. I don't have a lot of reading, but I do have some. Hang in with me. It's going to be a ride. If you're here to graduate, I am so aware of and grateful of the platform of you being here with me. There's no thing we cannot accomplish. From my bestseller, The Divine Principle, God says, this is very integral to where we are. It doesn't mean that you are not, but because if you already are, amp it up. It's very vital. Spirit says people should not think that they must stop doing anything for themselves in order to do what they can to better the world. But they must understand that if they choose not to become involved with healing both themselves and the planet, the lives they are living will take a back seat to what will be happening all around them. Spirit continues, dear ones, know that it is because I love you so much that I now relate the possibilities for dire events. And it is also out of love that I say that it will benefit everyone so much more if you decide to see and make changes rather than wait until the changes make you see. For only if you all begin to heal yourselves emotionally, this has now become personal. Yes, it's a collective decision, but this is about you saving your skin. And I don't mean out of fear of death. Your birth in this life right now is not about the survival of the body, but the evolution of your soul. And in so doing, you save your skin. It's like the lamb's blood on the door in the times of Moses. So all the nonsense and that which represents the old world that is going to die and is dying, the angel of death, the grim reaper in that regard will pass you by. For only when you all begin to heal yourselves emotionally can you triumphantly come together so that all those dire predictions will have been for naught. The earth will rumble, the water will rise, the weather will be extreme, volcanoes will come alive. Volcanoes! This was vesseled in 1996. These 500 sleeping giants are already awakening, and no continent will escape unscathed. Those recent fires that have raged in Indonesia, Guatemala, Brazil, Mexico, Malaysia, and elsewhere across the planet were ignited not only by the droughts caused by global warming, but by the Earth's magma rising to the surface. Believe me when I tell you, dear ones, that the ring of fire is coming alive. This is how you purchase my prophetic testament. Five elements of the earth. Obviously, our fire element is out of balance. Look at the fact that Australia, Africa, the Amazon, and now the volcanoes coming alive. The ring of fire. For what does fire do? What does fire do? Let's look at fire. What does it do? This is going to be tender. Hello, Jason. I felt you come in. What does fire do? It consumes everything. It reduces it to ash. What do we do as people? We consume everything. We have been choosing, as well as it has been forced upon us, consumption, to leave nothing left. To leave nothing left, basically. This is all playing itself out from the divine principle. Spirit says, the title of this chapter is called Unconditional Love. And right off the bat, the first dialogue from Spirit on that day of meditation was Unconditional Love. The title of the chapter is, you may ask why I do not solve the world's problems. The answer, I do address them, but not waving my hand to remove them. For that would only negate my unconditional love, the love that allows everything to be just as it is. If I were to step in and immediately solve the calamities that you have created, all actions, development, and evolution would stop. And if a greater need should arise, all of creation would collapse with its law of cause and effect in place. The solutions you seek will come about when everyone becomes willing to be stripped of all that is impure and to be rebuilt into conscious beings. Only then will you be able to rise as the phoenix above your troubles and create a world of love, peace, and unity. Going to be right back. Going to be here for a bit. Welcome to Center of Light Releasing. Do you want to release your garbage? I do. I try every day. But I feel pretty joyful. Fantastic. Give me some first and foremost. Tell me your recipe. Send it to me, seriously. But also be willing to close your eyes in your glee, in your bliss, and say, where have I not yet been exposed at my core to the light of something I'd long forgotten about. Simple, isn't it? Oh, so powerful it is to the infinite. Are you venting? Are you pissed off at what is taking place in the arena of this reality that we call or have been calling life? Are you pissed? Are you furious? Good. Beyond furious is joyfulness. Let's get mad together, consciously, versus just being pissed off at the world and making every step walking hard on the earth when we should walk softly on the earth. It's okay to stand up for something that means everything. It's not okay to walk on the earth beating your feet, being pissed off, causing eruptions and unconscious venting wherever you go. Yo, the volcano of everyone, as well as Mother Earth, is ready to blow. It's blowing. So I think we should take a breath.
Trust that I will guide you in whatever you do. Just remember to breathe and do your very best to live in love, give in love, be in love, and love you shall receive.
All my life I've lived astray, looking each and every way to be what I want to be and see what I want to see and want, knowing God is by my side. There is nothing I need to know. All the wisdom's in my soul. All along I knew the way. Time has told me every day to breathe, breathe and expand myself, to know there is no one else but me and God who's in my heart.
Welcome back to Center of Light. Yes, I'm going to do some shameful plugs. Lots of new beautiful things are happening in the world, at least my world. Lavender Soul coming out with a new album. I'm thinking about doing a new album on my own as a solo artist. I got 6 months, I better get busy. 2, this new release, Homecoming, Crossing the Bridge to the Soul. This beautiful divine man is in the world, here to unite humanity. Become a part of the Uniting Humanity program. If you don't, you're losing out. It's not good. Let's continue to move forth. Let's get into the meat and potatoes. Keith, I'm vegan. I don't eat meat. Well, let's get into the taters and taters with cheese. Well, Keith, I'm vegan. Well, let's get into the taters with some more taters. Whatever. Hello, Lincoln. Hello, Sandy. All right, let's continue to move forth. Now we're going to get deep into why tonight we are speaking about venting. How does the lady who is so upset and steaming, red hot, what is she venting about? The steam coming off the top of her head. How does that relate to a natural calamity, so forth and so on? Here we go. I don't, as my friend Hillary Ramos said, I made something a post. She goes, I don't think Mother Earth Gaia has emotions like we do. Of course she doesn't. She's above that. Because Mother Earth is part of the collective unconscious of, I love you, I will give you my children of earth. Made from dust we are, but we are of the light. We will all give you what you want. And as we're venting, because we're truly pissed off, God damn it, I am mad. I am mad at all the nonsense that's going on. News bulletin. What we are seeing has always been happening. It's just now being revealed because of technology. So what, Keith? Well, because of technology. But technology is only happening to that level because of the level of the 6th seal, the third eye that is now opening, to where things are being revealed and we can now see. Because the seal is now open, the technology as encrypted information, because of the light, people start inventing shit that nobody ever thought of, ever. How clever is that in this beautiful endeavor as we motion towards a unified, powerful, mighty force, united humanity. So this is how this presentation tonight, my presentations are not about doom and gloom. Unless you're one who is choosing to not live aligned or conscious. Then what can happen to you, you may deem gloom and doom. Doom and gloom. Zoom, 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 zoom. But when you understand the process, again, this is a testimony. As a scribe, I'm making documentation that as center of light, as deemed, I'm bringing forth this presentation to say that this is unfolding. And this is the process of how and possibility of why it's happening. Because we're venting. We're sticking our middle finger at the system. We're tired. We're sick and tired. Enough already. This has to stop. And we're venting. When's the last time you punched a pillow? Finding something to punch a pillow for inside you. Because you can bet, if you are not illumined, there's something in that pillow for you, waiting to piss you off if you let yourself go into the pillow. Right? That's what we're talking about tonight. There are 3 volcanoes in the world in the Ring of Fire that said, how's your mama now? Hello. And so, do we care? Keith, this is just natural earth stuff. in a heaven on earth situation, or if you died and went to heaven, do you think there would be volcanic activity and eruptions? The word eruptions in and of itself doesn't necessarily have to do with volcanic activity. It has to do with eruptions. That erupts, that just pulverizes, as to why I made this thing around my video tonight fiery red. Eruptions. The anger. It's often said that bulls charge red. Bulls don't charge red. They charge movement. But the metaphor still applies. Red, fire. So now we're getting into why we're here. To make the point of how it is interconnected with volcanic activity, and the person on the right on the bottom screen just being so infuriated. So in all this, you can find balance within yourself and be a part of your own solution. Here we go. Vent. Tonight it's called. Center of light releasing, called, presentation title, vent. Noun. An opening that allows air. Breathing is everything. Air. Are you breathing consciously? Are you venting? Gas or liquid to pass out of or into a confined space. Similar. Outlet, inlet, opening, aperture, vent hole, gap, orifice. Space, cavity, cleft, slit, pore, port, duct, flue, shaft. Channel, vessel, well, passage, airway, blowhole, breather, the expression or release of a strong emotion, energy, etc. Anger. I'm not angry right now in my life, Keith. Is there some suppressed anger somewhere that's keeping you presently now from being so much more joyful? That is the point. Children give vent to their anger in various ways. Verb. Give free expression to a strong emotion. He had come to vent his rage and despair. Similar. Let out, give vent to, give free rein to, release, pour out, emit, discharge, reveal. We are living in revelation. Reveal. Bring into the open. 6, seal opened. Everything is being revealed. Oh my God, this is so aligning so effortlessly. Come out with, express, give expression to. Air, back to breathe. Are you breathing coolness because you're cool, calm, and collect? Or are you enraged to whatever level? Communicate, utter, voice. Utter, voice. Give voice to, verbalize, articulate, broadcast. Center of light. Broadcast. I cast abroad as we all come together in this beautiful space. As we move into make public, proclaim, assert, ventilate, find an outlet for, provide with an outlet for air, gas, or liquid. Clothes, dryers must be vented to the outside. Now let's look at pressure. Volcanoes, volcanic activity. Humans being under pressure. Let's look at the definition of pressure. A noun, continuous physical force exerted on or against an object by something in contact with it. The use of persuasion, oh my God, influence or intimidation to make someone do something. If this is not so interrelated, I don't know what is. The many pressures of girls to worry about their looks. Similar, coercion, force, compulsion, constraint, duress, oppression. Under my thumb, so says the Rolling Stones. Enforcement, insistence, demand, entreaty, goading, pestering, provocation, harassment, nagging, harrying, badgering, intimidation, arm twisting, pressurization, persuasion, influence, badassery. Verb. Attempt to persuade or coerce someone into doing something. It might now be possible to pressure him into resigning. Similar, coerce, pressurize, press, push, persuade, influence, force. It goes on and into every possible idea, into the psyche of the human dynamic, language, it truly requires us to understand that dialogue of everything I just went through as a gamut. It doesn't mean that you have to study so hard. You have to study so soft, and then naturally it will pour into you that you understand that there is a venting process that is happening not only within yourself, but everyone around you collectively in the world. And the earth, the solar system, as above, so below, on forever it will go, is regurgitating, it's venting itself of all that is need to be complete. It's done. Hence, again, this banner. Black and white, grayscale, implying the past, old technology, an old paradigm. There's more. I'm coming back shortly. Welcome to Center of Light. Hello, Sharon. Hello, Daniel Dwight. Everyone, let's see on YouTube. Beautiful people. And hello, Tammy Sudi, Holly, Saj, Ryan. Gonna be right back. I'm gonna close off the segment with a little more reading about the connection we have as a race of being venting, conscious or unconscious, as to why we are now triggering the ring of fire to come alive. Again, this is a document, as a scribe, a record of the unfoldment process of how it is happening, how it was foretold to happen, and in hindsight, 2020, we are living in, but in the future, hindsight 2020, of how it was all set out to be. This is the document. Welcome to Center of Light. Going to be right back. Let's see what we're going to play. Kelly Curtis wants to hear. I'm looking, Kelly. Hang on. Did I play this early? No, I didn't. For you, Kelly.
unless you can let go. I lay surprised at the simpleness of her soul. Wasting away in a sea of uncertainty, she had stayed with me for days. I needed love in so many different ways. And as I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. Angel of love, will you always be with me, so I can let go? Reveal to me the beauty of your soul. I turned away, her light was so blinding, the energy of her love. She said goodbye and turned into a dove. As I watched, she floated through the room. And as I cried, she was there to dry them too. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Hold me and don't let go. Hold me, never leave. Never leave. She turned to me, told me life was not too easy unless you can let go. Reveal to me the beauty of your soul.
I love using a light. It reminds me of something that is so simple. I want to say thank you to Robert Harrison for sending me this $50 device. It's out of his heart. I love it. Welcome to Center of Light, y'all. Tonight we're talking about venting. When is the last time you've just truly been pissed off? I don't want that for you, but when did you ever allow yourself recently to go dare to venture into the cave of just hunkering down and just being mad, blowing off steam. It seems pretty important to me that we need to become conscious of places that we're unconscious of that cause us nothing but disaster, natural calamities. It's a calamity naturally because I'm not feeling good about it, and so it has to manifest in our world collectively. So to continue to move forward on some of these ideas of how we, in our venting about being pissed off at what's happening in the world, the horrible things, and not being able to express that because you're always taught you need to be quiet and go sit down. And that stuff builds up and it creates pressure. And what is a volcano? It vents out pressure from the earth. So as we move forward to create a relationship between how we can truly change this dynamic, at least not only for yourself, but other people as we venture into this, oh my God, this volcanic rabbit hole vent. The world is changing. This is what it all leads up to, is now. Volcano. What is a volcano? Let me start with under pressure. Tightly pressed into a container. You are the container. Your body is the container. Something is tightly compressed. The contents of the bottle are under pressure. Thank you, my son, Eden Scott. In a state of stress or anxiety because of having too much to do. They both work well under pressure. Being made to feel forced to do something, as by arguments, threats, etc. The mayor is under pressure to resign. Volcanoes. A vent like in the, I don't know where it's going. I just pasted it. So I understand that no matter what, it's going to apply to people and humanity. So let's paint that parallel now as I read this. Volcanoes. What is I'm getting to that. Volcano. A vent in the crust. A vent in the superficial layer, what we think we are. This thing. A vent in the crust of the earth or another planet or a moon from which usually molten or hot rock and or steam, something of explosively violent potential. The world is upset. The world is pissed off. What is a volcano? A volcano is a mountain that opens downward to a pool of molten rock below the surface of the earth. When the pressure builds up, eruptions occur. So the point of all this is that as offspring and children of the divine, as well as the earth, which gives us light and flesh, that we have to come to a space of understanding that we need to become responsible. It's okay to be mad. It's okay. It really is. You don't have to be Catholic or guilty in any form or fashion to feel bad about being upset, because that only takes the problem and compounds it. It creates combustion or explosion or venting within itself, and it creates pressure and steam and explosiveness and eruptions, and that which causes nothing but destruction. But the beautiful thing within all of it is, even through destruction, which is not necessary, always arises a new birth. Ironically, synonymously, poetically, a new earth. The new earth is bellowing and pluming through all the nonsense, through all the rage. But it's okay to be mad consciously, and use it to create a healing within yourself and a dealing for everybody else. That's the point. Don't go unconscious. This is the time to be conscious in the Christ energy, which is consciousness in and of itself. So the pressure that we feel simply just to be alive, regardless of your God, your deity, your doctrine, your children, just to wake up in the morning, and to the pressure of gravity and the pressure that it takes to exist in the form of a person, a soul on this plane, there is a pressure that pushes against you as you effort to push out, and it pushes back like a balloon, and there's this dance. You can't escape that, no matter what your religion is. You know that's what's happening. So in that's what's happening. Are you balanced? Is some part of you exploding, erupting, feeling the pressure of the whole world being on your shoulder? And the world is erupting in different gradients of self-realization, hoping that we all understand the plan as to why, as a teacher, am saying this is not about prophecy of doom and gloom. It is that as far as the prophetic idea, but it's not about prophetic as in specialness. It's about being able to see. This is a platform for everyone to be able to see that what's simply always been hiding right under our own nose, but illuminating the faculties that it takes to fire it up so that we can all see effortlessly. Then suddenly, through the silence, the new world appears. It's that easy. Could it be that easy? That's the only way. Going to church every Sunday is a beautiful idea because you want to socialize and be with those of the same tribe as you. That's great. That's beautiful. It's great. Can you do that daily with people in a place like this? It's your job space, changing the dynamic, helping those who need to vent. Say, it's okay. Tell me what's on your mind. You can trust me. And you create that warm, safe space, that warm. The world is on fire. We're leaning into heat, warmth. Can you create that warm space to say, tell me what's bothering you? I will never conceal it to I will never reveal it to anybody else. Tell me what's bothering you. And allow them to explode. Allow them to vent. So it releases pressure and steam so that it doesn't have to manifest in the form of a not necessary global prophecy of what none of us want. Either way, venting. The world is beginning to vent. As a record, this is where we are on January 1/15/2020. Let's just get into some astrological deducing of numbers. 1 and 1. So we have 1/15/2020. 1 in 15. So we have 1 in 15, which is 2 and 5 is 7. And 2020 is 4. So today has been deduced down to duality. 1 is 2 and 7 and 4 and duality. So today is been deduced to duality. So we are functioning into this dyad versus the triad, which is the Trinity. So as we look at the 3 volcanoes, the Trinity of the ring of fire that's becoming alive, it's not about being afraid. It's about asking yourself, can I see the possibility of a cosmic language trying to tell me something that has been foretold from the days of old now to the days of gold, so that you can finally be sold about doing something to move into the personification of why you Christ, your Lord, your tune, your sword would be your just reward. That's where we are. This is a record. You are loved beyond measure. Let me get my wits about me because I have many screens open. So I will be seeing you beautiful people soon. Peace, love, and remember, you're always living in light. Do it on purpose anyway.